There's a woman up here.
Yeah, the old lady.
Is Sunday night crossing over into Monday. This is the Bethesda Cares Street Outreach Polar Vortex version. Tonight we will have temperatures going down below zero with the wind chill factor. We're going to be joined tonight by several faith communities and congregations, local congregations. Bethesda United Methodist Church will join us, as well as Bethesda Presbyterian, Pilgrim Lutheran in Bethesda, St. Luke's Episcopal, and St. John's Norwood. So we're going to be out on the streets with our staff and with several clergy and staff from those congregations, making sure that we check on people who could be experiencing homelessness. And we're going to go into the woods where we can and where we feel it's safe, and check on folks who maybe are making decisions not to go to shelter but are trying to sleep in tents tonight. So here we go. Careful of the branches. And we like the branches.
You have
There's a woman up here.
Yeah, the old lady.
It's very unsafe tonight. How about another blanket? We have hand warmers, we have purple underwear. So we went out in Silver Spring and Bethesda because it's a polar vortex with dangerous temperatures. Trying to increase the level of care for people. We found quite a few people unsheltered in downtown Silver Spring, and we also found some people sleeping in tents. And we did find some people seeking shelter inside some more 24-hour establishments, which was good. But we ended up having to call emergency services on a couple people who were, had a thin blanket, wouldn't accept any hand warmers, and were generally could very well deteriorate over in this extreme frigid cold. So,
And as a faith partner, Chuck.
and we were lucky to be joined by several of our faith partners in the area, which
Right,
was
there were many pastors out there
nice.
tonight, and just coming to know many of them by name, that everyone has a name, and to me that's so essential because they are lone beings out in this cold weather, and it's easy to objectify them, and especially because they're hidden under blankets or garb that's not suitable for this weather. And it just looked like a bundles with nameless souls in tents or under rags.
I have on like 4 layers, 5 layers of pants and 6 layers on my top, and it's still very, very cold, especially on any exposed skin. So I can't imagine what it's like. And there were so many people that were out in much less than this, and much less than I sleep on in my bed every night. Like people who were trying to sleep in this weather with just one blanket draped over them, and that doesn't seem at all like sustainable or safe or anything like that. And one of the things that was really hard to see tonight was the inability to get people the help that obviously they need. And I wonder, what's wrong systematically that we can see a person that's clearly in need of more safety and creature comforts than what they're getting. But the system is arranged in such a way that it's hard for us to get them off the streets into a safer place. And so it was really frustrating, but also really eye-opening. And tonight's made me really glad to be part of Bethesda Cares, glad that my church is very supportive and involved in the ministry of Bethesda Cares, and wanting to get more involved.
Bethesda United Methodist Church feels really strongly that there are lots of ways that we can be of support and care for our neighbors who are in need in this community. And especially on a night like tonight, when people are vulnerable to the elements, then any ways that we can be of support and help to share and support the work that Bethesda Cares does. It seems especially important on a day of service like Martin Luther King Day to be out and looking and seeking for people who in many ways are not having the chance to be warm and invited in and cared for in the ways that they should be as children of God. And so we are so glad to be a part of any ways that we can provide tangible physical support for people, and really believe strongly in the mission of what Bethesda Cares is doing to make sure that all people have the resources they need to be housed and cared for, especially in elements like tonight.
Whoa,